What's good, Pokemoshpitbeta? My name is Jacob from the channel MrNintendoFanMan. If you guys don't already know who I am, well, get ready, get set, and if you want to, get buckled in for a fast-paced Pokemon Black and White narrated Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm facing the one, the only Shofu, which explains why I did the introduction the way I did. And this is a very special match, not only because it's a very good match, no, but this is Shofu's very first RU match. So it's my great pleasure to bring you guys, the fans of Pokemoshpit, the fans of Shofu, and of course the fans of Pokemon alike, a very good matchup today. However, I will be not showing you guys the team preview for one main reason, and that is it ruins the element of surprise of which Pokemon both Shofu and myself are using. So let's get started now, shall we? Anyways, I will be leading off with my mother Chatot. That is right, I am using a Chatot, and nobody knows what my Chatot is all about until you face it for yourself. Anyways, he will be leading with his OG Rotom. It's a normal Rotom, so I'm going to go for Protect, see what he wants to do. He's going to go for a Trick, telling me he's choiced in some way. So I'm going to switch out of there and go to one of my two choice Scarfers, my Arbok, my Airplane. Just in case he wants to go for another Trick again, then he'll be locked in the Trick and he can't do a darn thing to me. But he's going to switch out and go into his Anucha, his Munchlax, which works out for me because I'm going to go for a Switcheroo and give him my choice Scarf. So in all reality, Arbok's not really used as a revenge killer as my other Scarfer is on this team. I'm going to get rid of his Eviolite and I'll get his Eviolite, he'll get my Scarf, which he'll be locked in the Body Slam. But that does a good chunk of damage. Look how much damage that Body Slam does. I know it's stab, that's why it does that much, and Arbok is very frail in defense. So I'm just going to get out of there, save Arbok for later as Death Water perhaps, or just to scout what the opponent's going to do, and go into my special defensive Steelix. It is physically defensive. Do I have to repeat myself? My special defensive Steelix. That's right, guys. Anyways, it can take special hits very well and physical hits extremely well. He's going to switch on to his Hawaiian, his Claydol, predicting a Stealth Rock probably, but I'm just going to go for a Dragon Tail. And that tells me right there, he is a Rapid Spinner too, as long as with his Stealth Rockers too. So that kind of is unfortunate for me that I can never be secure. My rocks are going to be up until that Claydol is dead, which is just going to keep bringing it in. I'm going to double switch out into my Airplane again as Death Water to see if his Yanmega actually had Pinpoint Fire, because I was fearing that the entire match. I'm going to Intimidate off on Claydol. I'm not sure if it's going to be a special Claydol with Earth Power, or physical with Earthquake. I'm going to find that out. He's just going to get his rocks up because I know my Chatot's weak to rocks, but the other people aren't really too weak to rocks, so I'm not really worried. I'm going to Switcheroo, give him an Eviolite, and get the leftovers. So that's going to work out for me. Give him a useless Eviolite, and actually give me the leftovers so I can get some HP back. Go for a Sucker Punch, just do some damage before I die, because I know I'm going to die. Even though the Intimidate is up for the Earthquake, I know that's still going to take me out, because like I said, Arbok's are very frail in defense. And I'm going to switch out into my mother Chatot just to see what he wants to do, so I'm going to go for another Protect. And this really isn't a Stally team. Chatot's like the only Stally Pokemon I have. Well, Ludicolo is a little bit kind of Stally, but not for the most part. Chatot's like my only Style Pokemon. And yeah, who would have ever thought Chatot can Style? But trust me, mine can. I didn't get to use a certain move on it, but that's alright. I'm just going to go for a Toxic, try to Toxic his wall right there, but I miss. And that's unfortunate. Hacks will come back to haunt him. He's going to predict another Toxic, but I'm just going to go for Protect, see what he wants to do. Now switch out, which I should have done last turn, predicting Aggron, and go into my Field of Vibe, the Seismitoad. You guys get the reference from that nickname, hopefully. He's going to go for that safe Aqua Tail, predicting my Steelix probably, but nope, I'm going to stay in there. Take that pretty well, about 55%. It did 50%. I want to say like 50%. Not quite, though, with the lefty's recovery, obviously. And he's going to go back into his Munchlax. I predicted a switch, so I'm going to go for the Rain Dance. Get my Swift Swim ability intact, which is nice for me. And there we go. I was so contemplating whether or not to go for a Focus Blast or a Surf. I indeed go for a Focus Blast. I was fearing this thing was going to miss, but it actually hit, which is nice. Which it probably will do the same amount of damage as Surf would in the rain, just because it is Stab Surf, and the Focus Blast is super effective, so it kind of just counteracts each other. And this time I actually go for Surf just to see how much it would do. And it does like the same exact amount as Focus Blast just did. And believe it or not, Seismitoad is my only Pokemon with Focus Blast in this team. You're going to probably get confused on why it is, but I only want one move usually. Like Focus Blast is so inaccurate. It's more like 30% opposed to 70%. Gosh, I get more Scald Burns than Focus Blast hits. Oh well. I killed out Munchlax. Big threat. Actually, it's not really a big threat gone, but I do take out one of his Pokemon. It's 5-on-5 now. He's going to go for that Fake Out with Hariyama, which kind of tells me that it's Toxic Orb or Flame Orb, just for the sheer fact that he went for a Fake Out. If he had a different set, he wouldn't have priority if he either went for Protect or Fake Out. That means he would have been a Flame Orb or Toxic Orb, something like that. So that's pretty nice for me. It's really not too worried. I really don't see many other sets of Hariyamas, maybe like a knockoff Lefty set with Bulk Up and stuff like that, but I don't really see too many Hariyamas. Anyways, I'm going to go back to my mother and just get that residual damage. I'm going to go for 1 Protect, because I know he either has Close Combat or Vacuum Wave or something similar to that. He's going to go for a CC right here, so I'm not really too worried. I just get that residual damage build up, go for my Tailwind before I die. I know it's going to be 5-3. You think it's, oh, this battle's over. Shofu's going to sweep with a Hariyama, right? Right? Wrong. You're wrong. Doesn't matter. Anyways, he's going to get that defense drop and special defense drop, which is nice for me. Now, my thought process here. Alright, he got the special defense drop. My Alakazam's good to come in and kill, right? Right? And I'm actually just going to go for the safe energy ball here, just for the main fact is Aggron's still alive, in case he wants to go into that, or Claydol to take a Psychic. I'm going to go for the safe energy ball and kill that Rotom off, because I am Scarfed. Yes, Alakazam, my other Scarfer, it's my revenge killer. It can kill pretty much anything on anybody's team. Kind of wonder, it makes me wonder how Alakazam is RU in all reality, but not the point. And Gucci is going to come out with his Yanmega, which I'm fearing the Bug Buzz. Which I don't know why I didn't just, well, obviously I couldn't stay in because the Energy Ball would have done pretty much nothing to it, so I just gotta switch out. I gotta sacrifice something at this point. Ludicolo is the only thing I really can afford to be sacrificed here, so I'm gonna sacrifice him. I'm gonna try to go for a Skull because I know Yanmega's special defense is atrocious, and its defense is pretty nice. It's got base 95 defense, and I think it's like 55 base special defense, so pretty much you want to attack it specially if you can. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a Scald here and try to fish for the burn, but I really can't get it. Surprisingly, Focus Blast hits, and then Scald I don't get the burn on. I'd rather have that. I would have rather had that Focus Blast hit, though, which was nice for me. He's going to get another speed boost here, which I'm thinking, alright, once I die with Ludicolo, I have to bring in Steelix, my special defensive Steelix. I got to see how well I'm going to take a hit from this Yanmega. And if it has Hidden Power Fire, this match is pretty much over because he's got a bunch of speed boosts. And then my Alakazam cannot outspeed it with its Scarf anymore because it's got like 2 or 3 speed boosts up already. And that's going to be unfortunate, but watch this. I'm just going to go for a Dragon Tail. He actually switches out. Maybe predicting a Stone Edge, but I'm just going to go for that safe Dragon Tail. Get him out of there, bring back whatever comes in, and a Yanmega comes back in. Unfortunately, I do not have the rocks in. If the rocks were up, the Yanmega would have died, and this would have been a lot easier than what it was, but it is what it is. I'm not going to be really too worried about it, and he's going to get that Giga Drain. As you can see, I take that really nicely. I'm guessing its last move, he had Protect, Bug Buzz, Giga Drain. I'm guessing it was Air Slash for another stab, but I really am not going to know because he never went for it on me. Oh well, I'm not going to be really too worried. He's going to go into his line. I'm just going to go for another Dragon. Actually, no, I go for my Stealth Rocks. I lied. Whoops, my bad. But that's just because I wanted the Yanmega to die when it comes back in. But unfortunately, he goes for a Rapid Spin. I figured a Rapid Spin was coming, but just wanted to see if he had it or not, which is nice for me. Just going to go for a Dragon Tail. Do as much damage as possible. He brings his Yanmega again, or the Yanmega comes out again. I really have no control over it. Just like Roar, you don't have any control over it. He's going to go for another Giga Drain, knowing I can live that pretty nicely. I'm going to go for a Gyro Ball right here because I have 0 speed IVs, 0 speed EVs, and a Sassy Nature, which raises my special defense and lowers my speed. So that's going to be excellent for me, and not so good for him, because I'm paralyzed as well, and that Gyro Ball is going to do a massive amount of damage. So the paralysis that Munchlax got on us before really helped us in the long run. And I'm going to go for a Gyro Ball on this Claydol here. I'm not really sure this critical hit mattered too much, to be honest. Somebody can calc this, but I don't think it mattered. It really didn't matter in the long run, because honestly, if my Steelix would have died right there, I would have just brought an Alakazam, Energy Balled, would have killed that. I know it can live one Fake Out from the Hariyama, would have killed that, would have killed the Yanmega, but then it would have came down to one-on-one. His Aggron versus Alakazam. He's going to kill me with the CC right here. Get the defense drop and special defense drop. It's not going to matter too much for the main reason. Hariyama's, I'm not really scared of it one bit. I'm going to go into Alakazam, revenge kill it with an energy ball. Right now at this point it's 3 versus 1. You're saying I have no chance, right? Well, you're wrong again. I'm just kidding. You guys are pretty cool. Pretty cool? I mean really cool. Anyways, he's going to go back into his Gucci. It's 2-1 now. Yanmega, I'm not worried. He thinks I'm Choice Specs inside his Choice Scarf right now in the match. So he thinks he can outspeed me with this speed boost. Well, Shofu, you're wrong at this point, and I'm just going to kill you with an energy ball because you're at that low of health and you have atrocious special defense. Good job, Alakazam, saving my butt once again, playing those head games. That's the nickname. It's kind of funny, though. And he's going to go into his Aggron here. I was like, alright, if I can somehow kill this thing, if it doesn't have that, if it doesn't have sturdy, I was thinking I was going to do a lot more than it did, but it doesn't. And he's going to kill me with the heavy slam right here. So it was a good game, Shofu. I really enjoyed myself. Pokemoshpitbeta, you have a nice day. Peace out. My name is Jacob.